Stations across the country, Sirius XM 80, ESPN app, ESPNU, as Sam Darnold and company just got going right off the bat. Rashid Shaheed, we always talk about the midseason trades, whether or not they really do anything for a team in terms of NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, NHL, whatever it is. And where is the example of the team that made the midseason deal that actually used that person to win it all? Well, Rashid Shaheed may be that guy for Seattle because he opens up, they got him from New Orleans, opens up the game with a kick return touchdown. Sam Darnold, they did it perfectly. Oh, we're up big? You don't need to throw the ball around. We just need the game to end.
Oh, by the way, when we are going to ask you to throw the ball, we're going to have you throw a dime to Jackson Smith and Jigba for a touchdown, rolling to your left, finding a way to be able to square his shoulders, and then delivering a dot. That was an incredible throw on that back pylon to JSN.
Especially when you're dealing with an oblique injury.
Yeah, like that's not the torque that's on his core in making that throw.
Yeah.
That's big time now. Give Sam Darnold credit for his mental and physical toughness at that moment.
So Darnold's 12 of 17, 124, a touchdown. Kenneth Walker, the third, awesome. 19, 116, 3 touchdowns in this game. And just behind the scenes, so irrelevant, but it tells the story. I do handwritten notes for every game.
Yeah.
The least amount of notes I have by far is from this Seattle-San Francisco game because this was over within the first 5 minutes, it felt like, unfortunately.
They led 13 seconds into the game.
Right. So it's like, what else is there from the Seattle's just that good. Now, this is where the notes come in. What about San Francisco? Brock Purdy, are you confident you can win the Super Bowl next year?
I really do believe that, we have the right guys, man. Obviously, it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but I really do think that with some guys getting healthy and what we stand for and how we always bounce back, I feel like our backs were against the wall really all season with guys going down, but we always found a way. And so I think once we're, 100% and feel good about ourselves and learn, then we'll be just fine.
And I agree with that because I love Purdy and the fact that he took this team and helped take this team this year to this point with all of the injuries. What do we think about the Niners moving forward? Is this it, or are they just getting started?
No, this is it, because how are the Niners going to be better than any one of the teams that they're looking up at in their division? I'm not going to pick the Niners to finish in front of the Rams next year, regardless of what they do this offseason. I'm not going to pick the Niners to be in front of the Seattle Seahawks. That may well be the representative for the conference in the Super Bowl. So no, I understand Kyle Shanahan knows what he's doing. John Lynch knows what he's doing. They have a solid program out there. But because they play in the NFC West, that is a huge bar to clear in terms of finding a way to get back to the top of the division. So as impressive as Brock Purdy has been this year, as impressive as CMC has been this year, with over 450 touches from scrimmage. I don't know how he's going to replicate that. But as impressive as they've been, I can't depend on this 49ers core to give me that same level of productivity moving forward. I know they're going to get guys back healthy, Nicky Bosa, Fred Warner, those guys are going to come back healthy, but there's no guarantee that CMC is going to be able to stay healthy all of next year. There's no guarantee that Trent Williams is going to be able to stay healthy all of next year. The same with George Kittle, who's coming off of an Achilles injury. Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of question marks about this 49ers team. And then, oh, by the way, you're probably going to lose your defensive coordinator in Rob Saleh this hiring cycle, so you're going to have to replace that loss.
Good point.
I like what Kyle Shanahan has built, and I have admitted that I was wrong about Brock Purdy in terms of him being able to carry the team, in terms of his ability to be a force multiplier. But I don't think he's going to be able to do that at a high enough level to allow them to contend with the other teams in their division.
Yeah, and I also don't know how we can say that we think that they're going to be healthy. Because I know every team deals with injuries, and I know so many of their star players were out this year. But doesn't it feel like that's the story with the San Francisco 49ers often, that they're dealing with injuries?
All the time.
All the time. And while I do think that this year the narrative shifted certainly on Brock Purdy and also on Kyle Shanahan because of the success that they were able to have with all of the injuries that they sustained, like you said, CC, I know CMC was banged up in this one, but I can't guarantee that he's going to be healthy moving forward or that he's going to be that productive moving forward. And you do wonder if the window has closed some And if they missed an opportunity here, but I also don't know how they could have continued forward with so many guys banged up. You had more guys injured in this game. It was unreal.
Well, that's why I think if you believe that Brock Purdy can drive the bus, then them getting rid of some of the household names that we have learned to appreciate in San Francisco and replacing them with new names, then there has to be a deference to, okay, Brock, okay, Kyle, you got this new crew coming in, you'll be good with them, right? I mean, we talk about it with Buffalo. I know today is not a positive day for Buffalo. Buffalo made a lot of changes offensively and defensively in terms of letting guys walk. There's a new crew, and they're back in the playoffs. I think San Francisco is going to have that new crew of people, and if you believe Brock Purdy can lead them and not just rely on all the weapons, then you should believe that they have a chance moving forward.
Yeah, but Buffalo has the benefit of having two doormats in the division in Miami and the Jets.
That's true.
You don't have that in the NFC West. Well, you have one, but you also have two other teams that have won a dozen games. So how are you going to live with that? How are you going to contend with that? Like that becomes the challenge for San Francisco. Yeah, the goal is to win a Super Bowl, but it's hard to be reliant on having to go to wild card route in order to get to the big game and having to win 3 consecutive road games in the postseason. So yeah, I can appreciate what Brock Purdy has done. I can appreciate the coaching job that Kyle Shanahan has done, but I can also be skeptical of this group being able to contend for a championship. I said it last year that I believe the 49ers window is closed. And I do believe that it is going to be some time before they're able to open up another window around Brock Purdy.
Okay. They're going home. Seattle continues with Sam Darnold, which is just
Are you sold on Sam Darnold yet? Are you a believer?
If Sam Darnold and Jared Stidham
you saw that win
in the Super Bowl.
Now, as a believer, I'm just trying to figure out whether or not you're going to believe in Sam Darnold.
I'm going to review that. Upon further review next.
So that we have Tim Hasselbeck here to break us all down, break all of this down, I should say. Last two scoring drives from Stafford, absolutely surgical. 6 of 12, 103 yards, 6 first downs, and obviously the game-winning field goal to send him to the NFC Championship. But what does he bring from an intangible standpoint when he steps into that huddle?
You know, I think that he was kind of playing uphill in the first half. They were having protection issues. It really wasn't a night where they were passing the football well, but you know, in the biggest moments, kind of the most critical moments of the game, really he was playing his best football. And so, you know, this throw to Adams here on the sideline, about as good as, you know, any throw that he's ever made in that critical moment. Obviously a great catch by Adams as well. And then, you know, he's throwing hot here to Puka Nacua on a 3rd and 6, and obviously a good run after the catch because Puka's so strong. That leads to the game-winning field goal. So to do that on the road, you know, and then, you know, on the heels of the play that Caleb Williams had made of, hey, you know, I got to come out and answer that. So, you know, certainly a lot of belief in the team for Matthew Stafford, and rightfully so.
Let's talk about the play that preceded that game-winning drive, Tim, that gut punch for Chicago. Yeah. Next point wins, plus territory, 2nd and 8. You've earned some tablet time. What happened on that Caleb Williams pick?